Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of how to capture leads online. Josh Mason here, work with joshmason.com. In case you aren't on the blog watching this, head over there to get everything you need to really understand the whole dynamics of capturing leads online and setting up your own blog and lots of other tips and training and all that good stuff there. So hopefully you've seen the first video that I created about capturing leads online, because in the first video I just wanted to kind of give the brief overview of exactly what a squeeze page is, what an opt-in form is, and kind of just an idea of how those things work. We didn't get real technical in those videos, or in that video, because I just wanted to give you kind of an idea of the tools and how the things work and all that good stuff. So in this video I want to get a little bit more technical, show you guys exactly how to build your own squeeze pages and add in your opt-in forms and all that good stuff. This is, like I said before, super crucial to your network marketing blog, to your online business. And I mean, without this particular step in there, you're really just shooting yourself in the foot if you don't add this. I mean, this is a must, guys. Absolute 100% must have. Just think about it. You're going to get a lot of traffic to your website, and not everybody is going to stick around, and people might love your blog, but they might leave and go start doing stuff on Facebook or YouTube or something and just kind of forget about it. Okay, so if you don't have a way to capture them as a lead, or just capture their information so you can follow up with them in the future, build a relationship and recommend products and whatever the case may be, you're definitely, like I said, shooting yourself in the foot. You must have a way to capture people's information when they're on your blog. Okay, so with that being said, I want to just let you know up front, there are multiple ways to create a squeeze page. There are different ways to go about it. I'm just going to show you the way that I know. I do know that there are some plugins and some things that you can add to it, but I'm just going to show you how to use the blog that you already have. Okay, so if you've been following along since the beginning, where I've showed you how to create your own self-hosted network marketing blog, you know that we're using WordPress, and that is our software to build our blog. So we're going to use the same software, and I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. All right, so let's actually head over here. So when you get your blog all set up and you got WordPress installed and you're up and rocking, just head over to inside your back dashboard. Just go ahead and click on a post here, or it can be a page, either one. Let's do a page this time. Either one's going to work all the same for you. I just wanted to add new. Okay, so this is our editor. Hopefully you're familiar with this here. This is where we can create content, add pictures, and all that good stuff. Now you can see right from over here that we're in visual mode right now. Visual mode, just in case you know, is where you can add your pictures and put in your words and everything. You don't have to worry about building code, HTML code, because the code was automatically built for you. And if you ever need to see the code, you just come over here to text, and then that'll be your text editor as well. Okay, and I'll show you why that's important here in a little bit when we actually add the opt-in form. So to get started with your squeeze page, if you remember from the last video, there's a couple components to the page that you don't have to have, I guess, but there's kind of a formula that seems to work really well, and that is actually, let's shoot to Google really fast. Alright guys, so I went to Google real quick and I just found the image that we were showing in the first video. It's just kind of an example. Now it doesn't necessarily have to look like this. Squeeze pages can look a lot of different ways, but this is just kind of a simplistic version of a squeeze page. Now as you can see that we have our header, of course, up top here. So let's just focus on that for a second. So if you were to come back into your WordPress editor, you could write, and let me just be totally upfront with you too, there is definitely psychology and certain, trigger points and emotional trigger points, things that, make a headline better than some. So definitely something we're studying up on, and just, go to Google, search for squeeze pages, look at pictures, images of them, and just kind of read through some of them, and you'll get an idea of how that works. Now, there's specific words and different ways to start it off. So like in the example here, it's attention, big thinkers, entrepreneurs, executives, and business owners. Let us show you how we are generating $22,000 to $147,000 per month online, part-time, with our proven system. Okay, now it's decent. It's not the best one ever, but it's decent. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. Sometimes people will put, finally, breakthrough, a revolutionary breakthrough product, this, that, and the other, or something, or at last, or who else is ready to generate income online? I'm just giving you a really poor example. Like, look here. Who else wants to discover how to get an automated money-making website in less than 2 hours, even if you have zero experience? Okay, certain words and just kind of the way people structure this makes a huge difference. Okay, so you might want to, make a couple, test them. Okay, that's very important. Maybe make your first one, roll with it, create a second one, and then swap them out. And after you get a certain amount of views to it, see which ones seem to capture, leads the most. All right. So I'm not really going to get into like the actual, too much more into the psychology of the words and stuff. I'm just going to show you, just how to create your own. Okay. So let's just go, who else wants to discover, let's see, how to, keep that in bold, capitalized. Who else wants to discover how to create their own smarter network? Not the fastest typer, guys, so bear with me. You'd think I'd be a lot quicker here since I'm a blogger, but who else wants to discover how to create their very own, their very own smarter network marketing blog? Okay, now that's clearly just off the cuff here, guys, and not the best I've ever created. Okay, so now as you can see, we have it written. Usually for your headline, you want to have it in quotes. Okay, so that's just a little tip for you. But now here's what you need to do is you can go ahead and now center it. Then you can do a heading 1, which will make the text as big as you can make it inside here. Maybe we want to make it red. Red seems to be, the way to go. Who else wants to discover? How about smarter? We'll underline. Okay. Now, guys, this is clearly just for example's sake, not the best one I've ever created or anything. And this is a very simple way to do it. If you want to start to highlight behind stuff, I can show you that in future videos. Different things you can do. But this is just, if you're just getting started and you're looking for a way to not have to buy any other plugins or have to pay somebody to do it. If you just want a simple way to do it for yourself, this is the way to go right here. Okay, so then you could put underneath like like another little like tagline type of thing. So who else wants to discover how to create their very own blog? And then you can put under here, step by step videos. Step-by-step videos show you the exact formula I'm using to create automated income on autopilot. Usually an exclamation there. And then what we want to do is just same deal. Highlight it, center it. Probably keep that a little bit smaller. Now you can go down and do like maybe a heading 4. As you can see, these will bold stuff for you, and just make the text a little bit bigger. Okay, so maybe like a heading 3. Okay, and then let's maybe italicize that. Yeah, let's actually italicize this one. Then maybe do like an underline here. Okay. Cool. And then after this is kind of up to you. I mean, any of this really is use at your own discretion. You can mix some of it out. Go look, like I said, and look at some other images online, see what other people are doing, and just maybe take bits and pieces from each one, and whatever that works in your case is the way to go. It's great to have a picture and a video, so if you can do that, that's awesome too. So maybe you could just add a picture. You would just go to Add Media, and I got some. I probably don't have a picture already uploaded in here that will totally fit for this. I mean, I guess I could use this one here with me. It's kind of cool. And then just make sure that you have none. Make sure that this is not linked, because you don't want people to be able to you don't want people to be able to click away on anything, so you don't want to have this picture linked. For the most part, you don't want to have too many options. You want people to just basically the only option they have is to put in their information. Okay, you don't want to give them a bunch of other options to go off anywhere else. Okay, if possible. And then, okay, cool, you got a picture, and then let's just say I'm going to center this one as well, and then, what I like to do sometimes, guys, is add an arrow. I have an animated arrow. I think this is it right here. And you know what, guys, right below this video too, I will put in a link where you can download a folder full of snazzy little images and stuff that I have. Okay, like some buy now buttons or stuff like that too that you can use for your marketing. For example, like this arrow. You can see that we don't want it clickable, so we'll put it on none. This would right here, guys, in case you're not familiar with this link to creates a link for that image. So media file. That would be, if you clicked on it, would go to where the image is stored, okay, on your computer. Custom would be if you wanted to, send a link to somewhere else, a Join Now page, for example, or something like that. But we just want to keep it none for here. Medium seems to be good. I mean, I guess they're about the same size. So either way here, and just insert that into the page. Now. Okay, that's actually not the animated arrow, but that's okay. I have an arrow that actually moves and bounces up and down, which is good because that draws attention. So at this point, all we're really missing is the opt-in form, the box where people can put in their name, their email, their phone number, whatever you decide the information you want to capture. From experience, it's nice to have a name, at least a first name, and an email. You absolutely have to have the email. That's a no-brainer. You absolutely have to have that. Some people are a little more hesitant when they need to put in their name. I just know that from experience and testing. So I found that you get probably a higher opt-in rate if you're just trying to get their email address, okay, and you're not trying to get any other information. The more information people have to fill out, the less likely they're going to do it. All right. Now, I'm not saying you still can't capture name and email. After that, I wouldn't really try to do too much else, unless you're a text message marketer. You're doing SMS, text message marketing. Then getting a phone number is huge, and I'm a big advocate for that. It's something I haven't implemented just quite yet so much, but I do have a little bit of experience with it. We're dealing with another company and stuff, so obviously. Text message marketing is really huge right now. It's the only way you can really hit somebody directly, and they almost have no choice but to read it, right? Because they can't just not read it, basically. It's on their phone. They have to at least delete it, and you know what I mean? So they're going to read it. So you've got a really good chance to hit people with that. So look for some more videos around here because I plan on taking that to the next level. Of course, I'll share that with you guys too and any of my findings or anything like that. Now here's the next step now is to get in that that opt-in form. And we're going to head over to Aweber. Hopefully you've seen the videos and show that how I show you how I use Aweber. That is the secret sauce that basically manages everything for you. It's what gives you the ability to automate and to follow up with people on autopilot, to be able to blast one message to thousands of people if you have them on your list, whatever the case may be. So Definitely aweber.com is my email autoresponder of choice, so I definitely recommend you guys check that one out as well. And I'll provide a link right below this video too to head over there as well. So actually, then you head over to your Aweber. I'm already logged in here, so once you guys just log into your Aweber, just head over here to sign up forms. Now you can see right away, especially if you're rocking WordPress, there is a plugin for WordPress, but if you know me, you know I don't like to add a lot of plugins. So we're going to do it the manual way, and to be honest, it isn't much more work at all, or it just, in my opinion, it's just, I don't know. I mean, you can do it either way, I suppose, but I'm just going to show you the way that I do it. But if you did want to rock the plugin, if you're familiar with that, totally cool. But I like to have as less plugins as possible. I like to keep my website lightweight and fast loading. So I'm not going to actually, go this way. We're going to go the manual way, which, like I said, is still super easy to do. As you can see, I just created a form yesterday, and haven't really used it or anything yet. So I'm just going to use this same form here and show you guys now how that looks. That's there. So this is just a basic opt-in little box right here. Okay, nothing super special about this one, but you can get as crazy as you want to get with this. Okay, since we already had our graphics and all this stuff, all we really need is a little form here. You could actually you could add like a header. You know what I mean? You could put words in above here too. You could put a picture in here. You can add footers. You can add extra text. You can do all kinds of stuff. But we're just, for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to show you here. Now, I've already created this. Basically, the body is what changes the whole body. Okay. Labels is inside here, or excuse me, is the part that says email right here. Okay, so you can change where it says email. You can put email address, or say you were catching names as well. You can put the name box and all that good stuff too. So let's close that one out. Not sure why inputs. There we go. Not sure why that's not lit up at the moment, but that's not a big deal. No worries. Submit button, guys. This is pretty important because this is where you can actually change what the button says. Send my free video, because I'm giving away a free video, so that's what I wrote. Or you click, yes, let me in, or just sign up here, or whatever fits for your, particular squeeze page. Okay, and basically that's it. I put this border on it. I'm really not sure why. I think this is an error going on right here, guys, inside of Aweber at the moment. Like usually I can see these like boxes here. For whatever reason, it's not showing at the moment. And also here too, if you notice, there's a button image. So if you have an image that, say, it's like a button that says get instant access, and it's like, a bigger button with like a circle around or something, you could upload that image to your WordPress, in the media section there. You could take that link that it's actually stored at, and you could put that image in here, and it'll show your own button. So you don't have to use a default button. You can use an actual image button too, okay, which is pretty powerful stuff. I got another video for that if you guys want to check that out as well. So now that we have created this, okay, now it's just really a matter too, guys, of coming in and kind of playing around a little bit. It's the best way for you guys to really understand it. Come in here, do a little trial and error, follow some of these steps, play around a little bit, change colors on things, and get what you like. But this is what I created right here. Okay, so once you have it created, just make sure you hit save your web form. That's going to take you to step 2. This is where you can name it, so you know what that form is. So maybe you could write simple web form or whatever, or form for squeeze page, XYZ or whatever. Okay, it's just so you can remember it. The Facebook integration, guys, this is pretty cool. This is if you're going to do any marketing on Facebook. You have a Facebook business page and you have a custom tab and you're capturing emails there. You can enable this, and what that does is that allows people to sign up for your email list with just one click. So they don't even actually have to type in their email address. It'll just, if they're already signed into Facebook, they're signed in with that email, and they can just click, register, I think it says, and boom, just one click. So that's really powerful because, like I mentioned earlier, the less information people have to put in, the less, quote unquote work they have to do, the more opt-ins you're going to get, the more likely they're going to opt in. All right, so I'm not using this particular form on Facebook, so I'm not going to have this checked. And then for the thank you page, this is, okay, I'm promoting Empower Network for this particular form. Now you can see I immediately had to go to the commission loophole video, which is the Empower Network sales video. Super powerful video, ridiculously high converting video. So that's why I promote Empower Network so much. It's just an incredible company with great marketing tools and a lot of good stuff. So what this is if say you want a page to pop up as soon as somebody puts in their information, you'd put that page right here. So for example, if I landed on your page and you said, hey, sign up below and click the button to see the free video on the next page, and you want the video to pop up immediately after they sign up, that's where you would put the URL to the video right here. Let's say you didn't necessarily want something to pop up, immediately. You just said, hey, sign up to get my free ebook. I'll email it to you. You wouldn't necessarily need to put in any thank you page, because your autoresponder inside here of Aweber, you would already have that first email written that contains your ebook or contains your whatever your giveaway is, or whatever the enticing offer that you had would come to them in an email. Okay. So hopefully that all makes sense. Like I said, guys, you got any questions on any of this stuff, feel free to hit me up below. I'll do my best to help you guys out. The already subscribed page, I always just leave this on basic, so you can go ahead and do that. Advanced options. So see here, not only do they see the video right away, well, I already have a first message that hits their inbox, which is my welcome message. All right, so if you didn't want to follow up, immediate follow-up, you would just select no follow-ups, but you definitely want to have a first message that just says welcome and all that good stuff, okay? So once you've filled those things out, you just want to click in this past form data here, guys. I'm not really even sure what that is at the moment, so if you guys actually know what that is, feel free to let me know, okay? Because I never really messed with this one, so I don't think it's that important. Just click save now. Then it's going to take you, just go to step 3. Now what you want to do here, since you have this video, you can follow right along, you're just going to install the form yourself. Very easy. It gives you 2 versions. There's what's called a JavaScript snippet, which is a very small piece of text right here. Okay, you don't have to really know what all this means, just you see it. And then there's a raw HTML version. Either one of these will work inside your WordPress. Thing is, with the raw HTML, you can see it's a gigantic code. So the less code that we have, in my opinion, is better. So I usually always use the JavaScript snippet. What you guys want to do is highlight this. It just highlighted once I clicked on it one time. Copy it. Head on back over to your WordPress. Now, actually, take a look at this. As you can see, since it's code, okay, it's got all the craziness going on. That's where the text editor comes in. Okay, so if you just did it on visual and you pasted it in there, it would just look like that. That's obviously not the little box that we just saw. So what you need to do is go to text side and just put it right at the very end of the code. Paste it right in there. Alright guys, so WordPress was acting crazy for a second there, but I got it figured out. I went back, I used the JavaScript code. Okay, you can see I pasted that in right here. And then I also put in the center tags here. Okay, so you just need to manually type in the center tags, which is very simple. You see that first one here, center, with the less than and greater than bracket things around it. And then they have the last one here, but make sure the slash is in right here. Okay, so that'll close it out. So that'll center this button. Now, there's something kind of weird about WordPress. I'm not sure why this does this. But you will see, like, for example, let me copy this real quick. Just want to copy it so I can repaste it. If I hit publish right now, I've already published this just to try it out, but if I were to hit publish or update, this will be shown just the way it is, the way you want it. But for some weird reason, when you go to visual and then go back to text, it removes that JavaScript code. No idea why that happens. It just does. Okay, so just a little weird little glitch, but the way to get around that is just to know that that happens. Okay, so remember that that happens, and then just put the code in and then click publish, and you're good to go. Now, if you need to come back in to edit anything, for example, say you come in and you want to make that picture go a little bit lower, right? Well, for whatever reason now, the code was removed, that JavaScript code. Okay? So you always, hopefully you dial in the page, the best that you can. Hopefully you dial in the page the best that you can, and you won't have to come back in and do any other editing. But if you do, just keep in mind that you just need to paste that code back in. So pasted it back in, click update, and then now let's take a quick look. So we're going to open this in a new tab, and there you go. Now keep in mind, guys, this isn't the best looking squeeze page. This is just kind of for example's sake. You can definitely do some cooler looking stuff than this, okay? But you get the idea here, all right? It's a matter of kind of playing around with stuff, studying copy, copy a little bit, all that type of good stuff, all right? But this would work, you know what I mean? This would work. It has our headline, it has another little thing. I mean, I would add more to the headline. I would change this font up a little bit. And if you guys have joined me with the with the Genesis program, I've already sent you some of the tweaks and stuff and showed you how you can actually change your font and all that good stuff too, okay? This is just one way to do it, guys. If you are maybe Photoshop experts or even Photoshop, you know Photoshop at least a little bit, you can create a cool headline in there and then bring it in as an image. You know what I mean? So this is just one way, a simple way to show you how to do it, and it works, okay? So you'll have your headline, you'll have your second little mini headline kind of thing there, a picture or a video or something, and the arrow's optional, whatever. But then you have your opt-in form right here, okay? I could put, I guess it does say step-by-step videos show you, so send my free video. That actually does make sense in this case. I wasn't really going for that, but it makes sense, all right? So then, boom, somebody comes in here, they put in their email, blah, 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 blah. They click send my free video. That video that I showed you, the commission loophole video, will pop up right away, and boom, you're good to go. You've now captured that person's email. It is going to drop back inside your Aweber, where you'll see all your subscribers here, okay? And then you'll have your messages that follow up with them. And like I said, I just have the one message so far set for this particular campaign, but you can have a list of messages. Those will go out day after day or however you set it. And that's how you continue to build relationships with people on autopilot, okay? So you don't have to manually send an email every time and all that type of stuff, all right? This software does it for you. Aweber does it for you, okay? That's what makes it so powerful, okay? So, guys, I know that, I skipped around a little bit. I know that I mentioned that there's some other ways to do things and different ways to change fonts and stuff like that. For the sake of time, I didn't want to get super descriptive in this video. But, if you have some questions and you're looking for, ways to maybe make it look even better, feel free to hit me up below. Like I said, I always try my best to help you guys out and, get you going in the right direction or provide some information that might help you, okay? So, hope you got some great value from this video. I hope also that I covered everything. I want to say that I did cover everything for this particular video, and so with that being said, guys, Josh Mason signing out, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Questions, comments, please feel free to let me know, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.